Alishan, you were the top scorer in the UAE's first match, free throws and you looked pretty good. And so, were there any learnings in that team too?
Yeah, obviously it was an exciting one that I was looking forward to from a long time, and um, yes, the result didn't go in our favor, but we could see in terms of their bowling, they were very disciplined and they were clear of what they wanted to do and they backed their skills. So, in terms of our bowling, I think that's something that we took from that game, and yes, there was not much for their batting to show, but just the way they came and. Even though it was a small target, they still picked the balls that they wanted to hit, and made sure that they were sure when they wanted to hit it, and they didn't force themselves when they didn't want to. So yeah, these were a couple of the learnings that we had from that game.
I guess for you personally as well as a batter.
Yeah, like I said, from their batting, how they didn't necessarily force themselves, even though it was a small target. So that's something you could. Yes, it's T20 cricket these days, and people tend to force themselves to play a few shots. When it is not there, and that's what we could see of how mature they wanted to pace their innings, even though it was a small target. I think it was quite evident. We had a decent start, up top. 40 odd in the power play, but once the power play opened up and the spinners came on, I think we lost too many wickets too quick. So no one really looked to get themselves in before accelerating. So I'd like to believe that it was just a one-off day and probably not the right day to have that day, but it's a game of cricket and anything can happen. Yeah, it's still super early on in the tournament. We've got a fair chance of qualifying, but it's just a matter of how we pull up the next game and how we approach that one. And I think the morale's, yes, it was a disheartening loss, but we just want to leave that one behind and focus on the next couple of games and see where it takes us. Obviously, they're I wouldn't even say one off. They're probably the best side in the world, and you can just see from the way they go about their cricket, and they dominate in whatever format. So yes, there is a significant difference, but whatever little we can pick up from their game, I think, and try and incorporate that in our game, and you never know, one day it could help us in the future. So I guess it was a memorable one, probably not a pleasant one, but it was still an experience, and we're gonna remember it for a long time.
And for you personally, what it was like facing such people? Was it your first time?
Yes, it was my first time facing pretty much every bowler in that lineup, and I was excited and can't lie, I was nervous, playing the first ball. But once I played that and got my first couple boundaries, it felt easier. But yeah, again, unfortunate that I couldn't capitalize on that sort of a start. But yeah, probably better games to come in the future.
Just one or two ones. What does it mean to you personally to wear UAE colors given your Indian roots? And did you always dream of representing UAE, or did you ever have representing India on your mind?
I pretty much lived all my life here, and did schooling here, uni here, and grew up here. So from a very young age, I was about 15 when I got picked for the under-19s, and I've just represented the national side since, and I've been nothing but proud and honored to represent the UAE colors, and I just want to do well whenever I go out there and play for UAE, and that's pretty much the only thought that's come to my head as of now.
You were already playing for one of the IPL franchises, Night Riders, from here. You also have your eyes on ever representing any team in the IPL?
Yes, I mean, who wouldn't want to, but probably sometime in the future, if I do well enough, and if the performances are consistent enough, I would never turn it down. But again, yeah, just focusing on the process, and then just trying to go one day at a time, and just want to wake up every day and look to get better, and just trust the process, and the results will take care of itself.
You're very young. You're only 22. Do you have any favorites? Did you have any favorites, or do you have any favorites from the Indian team?
Yeah, they're quite admirable, all of them, but just Hardik, just the way how he goes about his cricket, is someone I look up to, and Shubman in terms of his batting, is quite pleasing to the eye, even though, it was just a few boundaries, but I quite enjoyed watching him bat.
Just last one, having played Pakistan already in the Tri Series, how confident is the team taking on another big team?
Yeah. Fortunately, we've played them a couple times, and we saw how close we've gotten, in those games, and that sort of gives us the confidence, knowing that, if we just tweak a few things in our game, and just focus on what went wrong in those games, and just try to minimize the mistakes that we did. You never know, we could come out on top if we play some good cricket that day.